Okay, today I got a special package. This is a brand new toy that I have never played with. I've seen these, they've been out for quite a while, I think. I think they got their start on Kickstarter. And before I start, I just kind of want to say, if there's a lot of wind noises, it's extremely hot in California today. So I gotta run the fans if it sounds funny, I'm sorry, but man, I'm just trying to not die. This is a Flux, and Flux is basically a toy that's based off of physics, and it's a pretty cool idea. It's based off the physical properties of dropping a magnet. So these are the Flux, and they started making them in bundles, which is really cool because I think one by itself is neat, but I think having two just ups the tricks like exponentially. So yeah, I'm excited to check these out. So far, like the packaging is really nice. Let's read the back. Flux is a physics-based skill toy that utilizes a rarely known law of magnetodynamics to show off an amazingly gravity-defying effect. Drop the ball in the tube and it will descend slowly instead of falling through. You can use this effect to perform striking new tricks that would be impossible otherwise. The skill set contains 2 aluminum cups for even more tricks and fun. Now, this packaging is pretty cool. Oh dude, that's awesome. Really cool packaging. That's cool, man. Okay, so let's... Okay, they're using just a washer. Oh, nice. Comes with the felt bag. Out of all these safeties, do not consume. It's insane that companies have to put such warnings. Like, who the hell would eat this? So yeah, I'm gonna read this little thing just so they probably explain it better than I will. Flux gets even more exciting if you know what happens under the hood. It has nothing to do with the well-known attracting or repelling magnetic force. The underlying principles are based on an effect called Lenz's law. Here's what happens when you drop the ball in the tube. The falling ball creates a changing magnetic field inside the metal wall of the tube. According to Faraday's law of induction, the changing magnetic field induces a voltage inside of the wall of the tube called electromotive force. Because the tube is made of well-conducting metals, this voltage creates electric currents that flow round and round. These are called eddy currents. According to the law of excitation, the following eddy currents generate a second magnetic field that can affect the magnetic field of the ball. Lenz's law states that this additional magnetic field is always directed to oppose the motion that has generated it, the movement of the ball. The faster the motion, the stronger the slowing force gets. When the ball stands still, you feel no attraction at all. This dynamic behavior makes Flux so satisfying to play with. Right, and they have a big user manual with a lot of stuff. If you want more information on the toy, head to their website. So these are aluminum and you drop the ball through. Let's see, first time. Oh, nice. It really does feel pretty crazy. It feels like it feels kind of cushiony. Like, oh, that's sick. You can just stop it. So if you want, you could come back out. I think it's really hard, but if you toss it up and catch it. Yeah. Okay, so it's got back catches, so it holds in place. I didn't expect that, so it stays in there. So I think if that is a principle of it, you could... Whoop, nope. Oh, this is a strong magnet. Yeah, these are made very well. The leather feels nice, nice colors. I like this gray. I thought it was gonna be lighter, but I like the dark color gray. And the design of these are cool because they can fit into each other, so it gives the toy like a pill kendama type vibe to it. So yeah, overall the design is really nice. It feels very nice. Like, I see that I'm kind of denting it up already, but this is aluminum, so that's kind of expected with that material. So these probably will get beat up, but the fact that it's a big solid chunk, I'm sure these are extremely durable. But yeah, it's just a big piece of metal essentially, and the magnet is just a piece of metal, so it's a pretty durable toy. But of course, if you drop the magnet on something like concrete, it might shatter. So I'm definitely going to be careful with this. But yeah, I'm gonna get up and give it a go. I think that there's a lot of potential with this toy, so let's see what I can do. Okay, before I get into the edit, I'm just gonna play around with this so I can get some first reactions, because I just want to see what I can do with one. I guess I gotta feel out how it works. Oh, it falls pretty quick actually. I think the secret is to tilt it when you throw it back up. You kind of have to push it up when you tilt it, you know? So right off the bat, I'm gonna say this isn't as easy as it looks. There's definitely a rhythm to making the ball go up that I'm gonna have to figure out. Definitely something that requires some skill and feeling out. My first reaction when I saw the videos was like, oh, that's pretty simple, but now that I'm holding it, it is tricky. So let's see what's up. so hot. I am so hot. I'm dead. Whew, okay, I've been playing with this thing for several hours in this heat, and I'm dying right now. But I gotta say that it's very Kendama-like. Like, it's a very Kendama family toy. It's a lot of knee bending and jumping and bouncing. It's the same principle. When you want to land something, it's easier to fall with it, so you can always catch it. So this toy is constantly falling because that's the principle of it. I've noticed that to throw it upward, you kind of have to rotate the cylinder a little so you can like swoop it back upward to give it some height. Pushing it up works, but it's a lot of momentum, so it's kind of easier. It's kind of easier just to sling it up like that. It's all aluminum. It's got this leather, which is really nice. It seems to protect from denting the aluminum on the underside. It's a solid chunk, so these are durable, but as you can see, they've been getting chewed up real nice. Now, this is typical of aluminum. This is supposed to happen, but it's such a big chunk of metal, I don't think this would ever really wear down. It just might get a lot of dents. But just from that session alone, they got pretty chewed up. It took me a while to get used to. I know I landed some really cool stuff, but it's a really tough toy. It's very different from anything else out there. It's kind of a good mix of a lot of other Skilltoys, but it doesn't really show signs of being mixed by those Skilltoys, so it holds up on its own as its own thing. Now what I noticed is when you drop the ball through, there's like a good 4mm gap. And I'm wondering if they tighten the hole or loosen the hole, if that'll slow the duration down or change the way it plays. But I'm sure these guys have done a lot of research on how to make this work, because when it goes straight through, it seems to have about 1 to 2mm on each side. So I'm wondering if you expand the hole or contract the hole, if it changes how it plays, if it slows it down or speeds it up. Now doing one, just having one hand is pretty tough. Having two makes it a lot easier because you have somewhere to go to, you have more recovery options, and you can also stop it, and gives you time to think about what you want to do, you know? So the double set, I would say, is more worth it than the single. Even though the single is fun and you can do a lot of basic tricks with it, I think having two just opens up a whole new world. Like, it's a completely different level. Now, I've seen videos of the people who do these, and I've seen them land the ball right here. And that, I tried my best to do that. That is a very tough trick. To get it to stall right here is really hard. And I've seen people walk it around. So, you know, I thought that was gonna be kind of easy. I thought it was gonna be easy to land the ball like right here. Cause when I first saw the Flux logo, I was like, oh, you could probably land right there, but that's extremely hard too. Even landing it right here is really hard. Now, there's some things I noticed about this toy. When it clicks in, it kind of is easier to do flip tricks with because the ball is stuck to the wall. Now, if you like nothing but net it, so if you make it go right through without clicking, it tends to slide through faster. And I noticed that it could open up new tricks. I personally am not good with this yet, so somebody who's really advanced, who can control the fact that it wouldn't click, like if I click it in and flip it, it stays. But if it nothing but nets and I flip it, it wants to shoot it upward out. So there's a lot of trick potential with learning how to get it in without clicking the side. But clicking the side definitely makes it easier. It slows it down a bit. Same thing goes with both of them. If you click it, it'll go slower, but if you just drop it through without hitting it, so if it doesn't click, it kind of just slides through. If it clicks, you have a chance to give it a boost. But yeah, this is a really unique toy. They've been pushing it a lot more recently. I love these new designs. I've seen the older designs, they were a little bit different, but this design is a lot better, specifically because of these cup and bowl type of things, so you can really start to get crazy with the with the configurations of how you land with it. So there's a lot of trick potential with this toy. Now I have all the links in the description so you can go check out their website and their social medias. They've been putting a lot more videos on their Instagram showing how to use it and pushing the trick limits. And it's a really fun toy. I always say any type of physics thing, like if you go to a science museum and you see all the physics exhibits, it's all just toys waiting to happen. Because this is quite literally a physics exhibit at a museum, at a science museum. I've seen these as a kid in long tubes, but these guys who made Flux were like, hey, I bet you could play with that. And I really like that mindset. Always play with everything. That's how you invent new stuff. So go check out the Flux. It's super cool. It has a bit of a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much grinding from there like any other Kendama family toy. So yeah, go check it out.